Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Table Stories, Voldemort and Valour. And I pushed the button too soon because the Goddicus said something, and I was trying to get the reaction. I was trying to get the reaction right. Sorry for the abrupt snake interruption, but Zagoticus was making a joke, and I wanted to get the reaction at the start of the show.
Abrupt snake interruption is appropriate.
Welcome, everybody, to Table Stories, Voldemort and Valour. Welcome. Our players have been on a sort of alternative adventure as we're joining an alternate timeline version of their characters for the third week in a row, and it's been a very interesting journey. So I hope everybody has been enjoying this sort of alternate adventure that we're doing here, and it is a very different experience than normal, I think, for the show. If you would like to play along with us, if you'd like to look at the rules and whatnot that we're using, they're totally free. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW if you want to download those. And also, while you're there, you can go click on the links for all these people and go follow them on all the places. Go do that because they're great and they're fantastic role players, and you should just do it because it's free. Go support them. But we are playing some different people here in some cases. And we're playing some people that have reacted differently to the situation that has presented itself to them. So they've grown up a little bit differently, and they're, a little bit different. But I think we're learning a lot about these characters, and that there is a lot of depth to them. And I think that we saw a lot of that last week. So... that being said, I'm going to just give you a little bit of an episode recap as to what happened last week. Last week, the players and their characters were experiencing a little bit more as to what life is like in Hogwarts, in a world where Voldemort still alive and Harry Potter died because of the choices of two students, Scorpius Malfoy and Albus Severus Potter, that were trying to use a time turner, a magical device to go back in time and save a student from an earlier time when Harry Potter was in Hogwarts and the Triwizard Cup took place. They were trying to save the life of Cedric Diggory. However, in doing so, they set in motion a series of events that changed Cedric to the point where he was humiliated and he was changed. He was fundamentally changed and became a Death Eater. And Cedric went on to kill Neville Longbottom, and this made it so that Nagini never died. And with Nagini still alive, Voldemort was able to triumph over Harry Potter, and everything kind of played out a lot differently. Slytherin took a very prevalent role at Hogwarts. The other houses are still there, but they have a much smaller presence. Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw are sort of like afterthoughts at the school. They're very small houses in comparison. They've sort of been muted, and Slytherin has sort of risen to the front. But I don't want people to get the wrong idea here. It's not just Slytherin, but it's Voldemort's influence on Slytherin that has taken a prevalent visage here in Hogwarts. It is very apparent that a mad person has sort of taken over, because it's an environment where Slytherin is the only respected house at Hogwarts, and that Muggles are seen as complete, scum, and that there are Muggle killings that go on, and there are no Muggle-borns that make their way into Hogwarts anymore, and even half-bloods are sort of given a stern eye, and the atmosphere is very different. It's I think for a lot of students and a lot of people, Hogwarts is no longer this sort of whimsical experience. It's no longer this joyful sort of experience of magic and youth and adventure. It is a place where you learn magic, and that's how you can become powerful. And that's how you can become a good witch or wizard. In the last session, the players, I guess, got the opportunity to see a little bit more of some of the things that are going on. Alexander was punished for his, interpretation of a potion class assignment. And because he didn't follow the rules and stick to the potion, he actually ended up with a note that gave him some advice that he found came from Professor Snape. And he ended up with the winning potion in the class. But winning the top marks in class for a potion of extreme pain isn't exactly the best experience, because in fact the potion was tested on house elves, and probably a pretty traumatic experience for everyone involved. He was still reprimanded, however, and was basically given lines to write with a special quill that etched them into the back of his hand. And Professor Snape had some interaction with Alexander, and we saw a little bit of, I guess, maybe some pity or some understanding coming from Professor Snape. The recognition that Alexander had taken on the role of a target for a lot of bullies and whatnot, and his own experiences are in that area, I guess, have made him a little bit softer towards the situation that Alexander was dealing with, and sort of lessened the load that was expected, the punishment that was supposed to be expected for Alexander. So we learned a little bit about their relationship, and there was also the conversations with Maisie and Lillian and Cornelia. Lillian and Cornelia sort of taking on a Mean Girls-like sort of role, I think, here, almost like bullies against the other students, and Maisie being a target there. But Maisie stood up for herself, and Lillian fell literally flat on her face in a confrontation. Maisie was trying to follow the group of Alexander, Olive, and Scorpius Malfoy that had sort of snuck off to have a conversation, and was interrupted by Lillian and Cornelia. So while Maisie was dealing with them, Alexander, Olive, and Scorpius Malfoy had a really interesting conversation. Scorpius had admitted that he didn't belong here, and that he was not from this alternate reality. He explained the situation and how he had used a time turner with Albus to fix things. and deeply regretted the outcome, and that he would try his best to restore things, and that Alexander and Olive were going to try and help and get him to talk to Professor Snape the following day. So, we join our group as I think we're probably in the Slytherin common room a little bit later in the day. Everybody had finished up classes for the day, and students are kind of set up in the Slytherin common room, chatting and sort of, doing work and, sort of just going over the events of the day. And it's just kind of that after school like atmosphere. We see, I think, Olive, we follow you into the Slytherin common room. Maisie, you kind of got herded by a lot of the students and everything as they were getting out of dinner, and you saw like Olive and Alexander, and you were dealing with Cornelia and Lillian, but you got sort of herded back to the common room. You would have gotten there first, I assume. So you see Olive sort of come into the common room. Do you do anything? What do you do?
Is she on her own?
Olive, would you be on your own?
I think I want to make sure before we start. Had we decided last week out of character that we were going to go to Snape immediately?
Scorpius had talked about doing it the following day.
The following day, okay. I probably would have come back into the common room with Scorpius then.
Okay.
And it's super crowded in here, right, Wack?
Oh, yeah. The students have just gotten out of class for the day, so yeah, everybody's kind of, you came in first because I assume you came in with the crowd, and they came in from the common room afterwards. And there's a few like, "Hey, Scorpion King! Hey, it's the Scorpion King!" Sort of thing, and you hear Scorpius kind of like sigh and say, "I should probably return to them."
Right.
Excuse me.
Okay. I'll meet you tomorrow.
Right.
And I take a piece of paper out of my book, and I very obviously drop it on the floor.
Olive, I think you dropped something. Olive, I think you...
Thank you.
Are you okay? What happened?
I can't talk about it here. We have to go somewhere private.
Can we meet later?
Yes. Just come to my room and ask for help with potions.
Okay. At what time? In like an hour or like?
Sure, an hour.
Okay, all right. I'll see you in an hour. You should take this so it doesn't look suspicious.
Okay. And she's just gonna take it and find a little corner to post up with her parchment and quill and some textbooks and stuff.
You can probably see Lillian and Cornelia like walking past. People are commenting and like pointing as they both have something strange going on with their eyebrows situation.
What are you looking at?
What happened to your face?
Excuse me?
You what?
Oh.
That is art on our foreheads. Thank you for asking. It's not like you would know what art looks like, is it? Cornelia, they've never seen art.
Looks like either.
You know what? We put it there by magic, okay?
Mm-hmm. Which
so it's magical.
Probably not do, so.
Yeah. Magic eyebrows.
I'm just gonna go sit over here and ignore you and admire me and my friends' forehead art on our own, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Ashley Indigo sort of pipes up and she says, "Oh, they're potions sort of blew up in their face.
You know what, Ashley?
What's that, Bumblebee face?
Those are scorpions, first of all.
Are they really?
It must be tough being so blinded by my best friend's beauty. Come on, Cornelia, let's get out of here. I'm just gonna like scoop her up with my arm and like shuffle her away like.
Hey, that was a really good one.
Thanks. Oh, it's you.
What do you mean? Oh, it's you.
Surely you have some work to do.
Yeah, I should be getting on with my potions. I think probably unless anything else is going on around.
You definitely
here.
don't want to make a mistake like them.
I definitely don't want that. No, I definitely don't want that. Okay, so you're saying there's not nothing happening around here tonight? Nothing's gonna be happening?
Why would I tell you?
Oh. I was just wondering, that's all.
Try and convince her. Oh, please, Matchstick. Why would I even talk to you?
I guess you have a point.
Of course
I'm
I
gonna
do.
go back up. I'm gonna go back up to my room. Guess you have a point.
And off you go, up to your room. Lillian and Cornelia,
Yes.
you head back to your dorm room as well.
Yes.
Are they?
No?
Yeah, they're not like doing anything that we would be eavesdropping on. So we could probably go back to our room.
Okay. So yeah, you close the door. And the Slytherins have like small little dorm rooms. Like they don't have like a sort of shared con room. They have like 2-person little dorm rooms that are sort of very college-like, I guess. You know, and they're sort of they're sort of scattered throughout the corridors and whatnot. Usually it's one bunk is kind of down low and another bunk is up high to sort of conform to the shape of the castle and the dungeons. What's your room look like?
Ooh, I mean, I think that if Lillian's dad designs all the furniture, we've actually just replaced the bunk beds with like really bougie bunk beds. We were like, oh, our dad pulled some strings, and
Is
it's
the
just
mattress like so thick like that you?
Oh yeah, like
you
Princess
can't even
McKee.
like fit. Like you got to squish in between the ceiling and your mattress.
Yeah, we have like family photos, some like really luxurious curtains.
And I think because we have been friends for so long that I have also have some of that stuff. Maybe not all of it.
No, you have all. Oh, 1,000%.
Oh, okay.
We're sharing all of it. I'm like, if I get it, Cornelia gets it.
And we have our like 2 naked cats just hanging out together.
I forgot about our cats for a second. Thank you for the beautiful reminder. Yeah, our beautifully
so wrinkly.
disgusting,
Yes, our wrinkly
naked cats.
Sphinx cats. Yeah. Named Missy and Prissy.
What are you gonna do without Missy and Prissy? Yeah, I think that Lillian's just gonna stomp in and just like sit down in front of the mirror and just be like, I can't do it, Cornelia, I can't do it.
It's almost better to go without eyebrows at this point.
I think we should we wipe them off?
We should just yes. And I'm honestly so sorry.
What if I try to augment your face?
I mean, I feel like that could be worse, but okay. I'm a supportive friend, so sure.
Okay. what if instead of augmenting your face, I augmenty this rag and then we wash your face with it? Because
Okay, that's a
then
better
we
idea.
are
Yes.
studying spells and also cleaning our faces, and we want to be the best witches we could be.
You are so smart. Yes, let's
you.
do that.
Thank you. So if it's a spell that's not in my spell bank, do I just roll for magic?
Yep.
And it's first year augmenty, right? So I shouldn't have to add up +1 or anything.
Correct.
Oh, why do you sound so nervous, Wack?
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine. Oh no, the cats are gonna get wet. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna like pick herself up with her big thick eyebrows and just hold the rag and say, "Augmenti."
Oh!
You forget I'm a pure blood in this one.
You augmenti the rag, and it's exactly how you want it to come out.
See,
Perfect.
Cornelia, that is exactly what we should be doing. We should just be doing perfect at magic, so everybody
I
is
agree.
like, "Wow, those witches are incredible, and I want to be just like them."
I agree. You know what was the worst part of today, though?
What?
You know, my
I'm
potion
just gonna
should
start
have been
scrubbing your
perfect.
eyebrows while you're talking to me.
Yeah, my potion should have been perfect. I mean, I have the genes. I have the potion genes, all right? My father is the best potion master. I just don't know where it went wrong.
What? Did you mess it up, or did maybe a muggle sabotage your potion?
They did say they've been in the basement. It's actually much.
Couldn't
It makes
be
much
your
more
fault.
sense.
You're so
No.
smart and so talented,
know.
and your blood is
I
so
know.
rich. It's just
Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner. I can't believe I thought for even 1 second it was me.
obviously not you. It could never be you. You're so talented and beautiful. Yeah.
Totally like
And-
smudging your eyebrows when you go
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this. Like it's
My
just-
entire forehead is
Yeah.
black
Like
at this point.
your bumblebees are gone, but you still have like now your face is just like red and raw. Where I've just been scrubbing at it with the rag for a while now, so you just have no eyebrows and just like red raw squares.
Yes, I am so beautiful and smart.
If you could use your beautiful magic skills to get these off my forehead, that'd be great. Please,
Yes,
Cornelia.
I will augmenti a rag as well.
I'm just gonna pick up the cats and just start petting them while you get situated.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can I roll for augmenti?
Absolutely. Cast a spell for me.
Augmenti.
Okay. So, a 7 is a partial success. If you could explain 2 things that go wrong with the spell.
Yes. Okay. Someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell. I think Missy freaks the heck out. And it's just like, "Meow," and then just like runs across the room.
Decided to pick up some cats.
And then my wand is thrown from my hand.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, it wasn't perfect, but I did get the rag wet, so let me just wash your face.
Missy is. She scratched my arm. Hey! Oh! Missy! Bad cat! Bad kitty! It's not my fault. It's your mom's fault. What's
Missy. Gosh. What can you do, though? Cats. They will be cats.
Yeah, it's strange that Prissy was fine, but yeah, it's cats. Cats. How do my eyebrows look?
Oh, they're well, it's better. They're gone. I do hope that is good enough.
I'm just gonna pull up a mirror and look at my. Oh! Sorry, it's just so strange to see myself without eyebrows. It's looking.
You have
Strange.
a fringe. You can just put the fringe over top. No one can
But
tell.
I know they're not
My
there.
7 head is there forever. So
At least that if you were high-fiving two people at once, somebody else could also high-five your forehead.
wait, I have a great idea.
What is it?
Help me cut a fringe. Will you cut my fringe? I've always wanted to do it. It feels so bad and yet good.
I mean, I cut my fringe all the time, so yeah, of course I could cut yours. I'm so talented. So
Yes, I know.
yeah, and I'm just gonna pull a pair of scissors out of my desk drawer. They're like dull. They're for paper, 1000%. But I'm gonna try to use them on your hair.
Yeah, there's like that anime, like sort of, glisten that happens when you pick out this.
It like zooms in. They're like rusted shut, and you're like. These are my trusty hair cutting scissors. I'm just gonna use it here, and I'm gonna portion out your hair.
Okay.
What
trust
kind
you.
of fringe are you thinking? Do you want a long fringe, a very short fringe, somewhere in the middle? Do you want it to be thick?
I think we should go for a longer fringe, just to start with. I can always cut it away later.
All right. Okay, so I'll
yes.
cut them at like your nose, and you can swipe them to the side or something.
Okay, yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna start sectioning off to the best of my childlike abilities a triangle of hair, and all right. I'm just gonna tie your hair back, and
All right, yeah, go and try and struggle, I think.
oh, you're getting messed up today.
I know.
But with a +1 for our friendship, perhaps.
If you have a +1 with Cornelia, yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
So I don't know how many of you watched Brotato's stream recently, but Vio gave him a haircut and snip. He had to shave the whole thing. You totally try to section off the hair, but you accidentally just snip, and there's a big chunk that gets cut off. A big chunk.
So
Lillian? Lillian, what is your face?
alternative and like very different, very edgy.
Alternative and
rough.
edgy.
Edgy.
Rough and edgy.
I'm thinking that we
see,
redo
like-
our looks.
You see like a huge strip of hair just like
But, like, with
float
a
down
chunk
into your
missing.
lap.
I could try to trim the triangle to be even, or we could leave it and you could just be like one of our favorite wizarding songstresses, Alavina. You could look just like, she's pretty edgy.
I hate everything. I have no eyebrows, and my hair is a disaster.
We could try to
What am I without my looks, Lillian? I can't even do a potion.
Cornelia, you're so
I might as well be a muggle.
don't say that. Cornelia. It was an accident. I'm very sorry. Listen, I think maybe we could go see the nurse and get like some sort of hair regrow and try again, or have somebody else that's not me do that. Perhaps
I will go to the hospital wing. I believe at this point it is enough. I am emotionally and psychologically damaged. And I think that is worth a hospital wing visit, so I will go now.
Okay. Would you like me to stay here, or I could go with you, or?
Of course you come with me.
I thought maybe you could
daft?
run me around.
Are you
because
daft?
with your hair. I'm sorry.
Yes, but we're
okay.
friends.
Yeah.
I hate you, but I forgive you. I love you and I hate you at the same time. It's called
Very
friendship.
nice. That's kind of a great summary of our friendship, Cornelia.
Yes,
Thank
let's
you.
go.
Okay,
Stupid idiot.
Just put Prissy off my lap and stand up and start swiping all of her hair pieces off of me. Okay.
I kind of do want to title this episode Friendship.
Oh, that's so good.
So bad, but
Or
so good.
friend Snip.
We're so creative.
So, shortly after entering the dorm room, we see Lillian and Cornelius probably don your robes and do this,
I'm like covering Cornelius' face and like mine, like we just start Percy walking. Excuse me. We've got a place to be. Pardon me and my friend Cornelia. Excuse me. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Sidestep out of people's way.
Olive, you've headed back, I think, to your dorm room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you do upon reaching your dorm room?
I start writing a letter to my father.
Ooh. What about? Oh, did we lose you? We lost Snake. Works.
Basically,
There she is.
yeah, the clean feed crashed. Hi, I'm here. Basically, she is going to say the usual general, school as well. My studies are going fine. These are all the students I'm making friends with. And then she's going to say, and that book that you loaned me is wonderful. Thank you so much. Here's my favorite passage. And she's going to put in quotes. Things are changing. I don't know what might happen next, but I do want to tell you how much I love you, how much I've learned from you, and how much I hope to make you proud. And then she's just going to close out and say, thank you so much again, Father. Hoping to see you again soon. All my love for Voldemort and Valour, Olive. And she's gonna kind of seal that up before taking it to the owlry, just to kind of have it ready to go.
Okay. It's not long before your roommate, Tressie Mallard, sort of makes her entrance. And again, Tressie likes to wear a lot of pink and is almost like a miniature Dolores Umbridge with slightly longer hair. And I feel like ringlets. I think ringlets are probably a thing for her. Yeah, she probably joins you and she says,
Oh, hello. I see you're already here. Did you see the laughing stock outside?
No, what happened?
Oh, it appears that the Lillian and Cornelia friendship combination had a bit of a hair disaster.
No.
Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Is one of them bald?
I'm not sure. They were trying to cover it up, but everyone's laughing at them.
Oh my goodness. How positively horrid. I can't wait to see.
So, can I look at your homework?
Which class?
Oh, I was thinking dark arts.
Sure, one moment. And she's just gonna kind of rifle through her papers and see whatever it is they've been working on. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes. I'm curious. Do you think Professor Snape will have us perform anything against maybe some of the same house elves that were used for the potions class?
I certainly hope so. I don't know how they expect us to get any better if we don't have live things to practice on.
I'm hoping it'll be some of the muggles.
Do you really think they brought muggles in for first years?
That's what they say, and that's what everybody's talking about.
I don't know. It sounded, from what I've heard, like we don't get to do those sorts of things until upper class.
So disappointing.
I know. It's like they just expect us to stay bored in all of our classes until then.
All right, well,
she just kind of like grabs your notes and starts, she takes out her big floofy quill and has like an oversized peacock feather on it, like it's too big and it's still like probably thwapping her in the face as she's trying to write, but it looks big and pompous and stupid. She begins. She maybe writes for like 5 minutes, and this.
I'm bored. Is there anything better to do?
Honestly, if I were you, I would go and see if you can see Lillian and Cornelia. Who knows how quickly they might fix their hair? You should go and see if you can spot them before they change it.
I wonder if someone has a camera.
Oh, I think one of the third years might. I can't remember who, but I bet if you ask around in the common room, someone will know.
I think I saw Olivia Elderberry with one. You're right. I'll go look.
Just show me the pictures once they're done.
She sort of trots off. Probably the most work you've ever seen her do.
All 5 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm. Maisie, you headed back to your dorm room as well.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in your dorm room right now?
Is my roommate here?
Not at the moment.
Okay. In that case, I just go and lay down on my bed. And I breathe. This is the first time that I've had to myself in God knows how long. It's impossible to escape people around here. And actually just to sit in the quiet for a moment is really lovely. And I think that happens for a very long time. This just kind of like laying and doing literally nothing. After you've been just somewhere with loads and loads of people consistently for a really long time, and then suddenly you get silence, and it's like, oh, and she's just laying down on her bed, staring at the ceiling for a little while, until the kind of energy starts returning. Leans over and grabs her notebook out of her satchel on the floor. And flips up and starts reading through the notes, and looks back through and starts thinking about what these things might be. What is this toad? What's that about? What's this nimbus thing that these people have been talking about? I think she starts to make a few more notes about the things that she's seen today. Writes down a few names for sure, and I think honestly at the moment the main thing that she writes down is I think would she be this rude? I think she probably would. I think the main thing that she writes down is Ashley, and then she puts a circle around it like 100 times, and every time the circle goes round it gets like dented into the paper like more and more, like almost tears the paper apart. And she just writes Ashley and then closes her book, and I think gets ready to go and see Olive.
The hit list.
It's probably about time. It's the hit list. It's the little black book. It's the hit list. Yeah. And so she goes to see Olive. It takes a little bit of preparation, little bit of some slow breathing exercises and making sure she's got everything in her bag like 500 times. She's got to check like everything and then check it again before she makes sure that she's definitely ready, and then puts her satchel on and gets ready to go and find Olive.
You knock.
Come in.
Olive? I only open the door like a tiny little amount. Olive?
Yes, you can come in. Please shut the door.
Okay. Are you on your own? Or...
Yes, my roommate's gone.
Okay. What happened? What happened today?
something's not right with the Scorpion King, and I'm helping him fix it.
What do you mean something's not right with him?
Can you keep a secret?
Yes?
You promise you won't ever tell?
I promise.
Olive, why don't you read between the lines? It's a pretty important thing that you're about to tell Maisie, potentially. Okay. You can ask a few questions from the read between the lines list.
Are they telling the truth?
Yeah. Absolutely. There is zero doubt. Like, she can keep a secret. She can absolutely keep a secret.
How do they see me?
At this moment, she looks up to you, actually, more than anything, and feels a kind of connection with you that she's not felt with anybody else at Hogwarts at all. I think you represent both hope and connection to her at the moment, and she sees you, I don't think on a pedestal. She doesn't see you as a complete savior or anything like that, but she sees you as somebody that she can trust and that knows her and sees her for who she is.
Okay. Have you noticed anything odd about the Scorpion King these past few days?
I mean, I've been trying to watch them and take some notes. I mean, here you can look through if you want. She hands her notebook to Olive, and none of it makes sense. It's just like a random scribble here. It's the only things that would make sense to Maisie. I mean, I've been trying to make sense of all of this, but I just
No, so was I. So was I. And I thought it was a bit odd when he started being kinder to me than he used to. So I asked him a question, a trick question, and he gave me the wrong answer, but he did it so confidently, like he was just trying to play a part or something. So I knew something was wrong. I knew he wasn't who he said he was. And I saw him going off with a Ravenclaw boy that he had told me about.
Scorpion King with a Ravenclaw boy.
I know. And when we talked to him, we finally convinced him to tell us what was going on with him. You have to promise to believe me.
I believe you. I just want to help.
He used a time turner. He said that he is Scorpius, but where he's from, they don't call him the Scorpion King, and he and one of his friends used a time turner to try and stop the death of Cedric Diggory when he was at Hogwarts.
A Cedric Diggory?
Apparently, in Scorpius as well, Cedric
He died?
He died.
And why the broomsticks would you want to stop that?
Harry
I'm
Potter
sorry.
lived. Harry Potter defeated Voldemort and lived, and he said the world was better. He said Hogwarts wasn't like this. He said nothing's like this. And now we're trying to get him to turn it back and to fix this. He knew me. He said that I was friends with the Ravenclaw boy at his Hogwarts.
A world where Harry Potter is still alive.
He said it's better.
What's it like there?
I don't know, but I imagine it's something close to what we've been trying to make this world like.
I didn't even think that time turners were real.
Honestly, I should have asked more questions about that. But, I mean, do you think everyone has one where he's from?
Why would they do that? Because then everyone could change anything.
I don't know. It's hard to picture, honestly.
I'm sorry that I interrupted you. I was just...
No, it's alright. We're planning to help him with this tomorrow. And I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know what's going to happen to us. But whatever happens, it's happening tomorrow morning.
Can I help?
So now you know. Yes?
Because I would love to see a world that Harry Potter is alive in.
I don't want Scorpius thinking I betrayed his trust, so I don't want to tell him that you know just yet, if that's alright. But I'll have a think on it, and we can maybe plan together, and we can think how you can help. Alright?
I'd like to help however I can.
We have to go talk to Professor Snape tomorrow, so...
Professor
maybe-
Snape?
Apparently he's been helping the Ravenclaw boy, and they think that he might secretly
Well,
want to help.
I don't think we can tell Professor Snape this. I think that we would be in a
Trust
lot
me.
of trouble if we told Professor Snape this.
Maisie, I already said that yesterday. We already went over everything that could go wrong with getting a professor involved, but at the end of the day, this is what he wants to do, and this is what we have to do to support him getting home and taking the rest of us with him. Honestly, maybe he's from a world where he knows Snape really well, and that's like his mentor or something, and so that's why he knows that he'll help him here. I don't know. I just know that if he thinks it's a good idea, and if he's from that place, maybe he has the best shot to get us to it, you know? So I agree, but it's what we're doing, and we just have to support it.
Okay.
Maybe you can be a lookout and provide a distraction if someone tries to interrupt or something.
I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that. You can count on me. I can do that. I want to
know
live to
that-
see this world, Olive.
I know there's a lot of things that could go wrong, and there's a lot of ways that this could fail, but if it doesn't, could you imagine waking up? Can you imagine waking up and not being scared to walk down the halls with Dementors? And not living in fear for your family's safety. We could just go to school. We could just learn magic that doesn't hurt people. We could just be kids. I just want to be a kid, Maisie.
Maybe I'd have a family.
I bet you have a lovely family waiting for you. I bet your mum and dad, whoever they are going to be so happy to see you. I bet they're the nicest witch and wizard.
They really are. But I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that.
Maybe soon you'll be able to. We just have to do whatever Scorpius needs us to do to make this work. Alright?
Alright.
Even if it means we get in trouble now, even if it means that we have to sacrifice things to get there, if we have to
die, go on, say it.
It's what we have to do for everyone. No one should have to live in this world when there's another option.
Yeah. I agree.
We're going first thing tomorrow morning.
I will help you, Olive, however I can. If this is what you say, then I believe you completely, and I will. How are we gonna tell the Scorpion King?
Tell him what?
I know that
I'll think about it. Who knows? Maybe the two of you were friends in the other world. Maybe he'll be happy, you know.
That would be nice. Maybe we're friends in the other world. That would be nice.
If we weren't before, we will be now.
I like that.
I think we switched scenes there. We join Alexander in the hospital wing. Alexander, there is not Madame Pomfrey here in the hospital wing to take care of you. I think that there is probably there is I would say Professor Barrows. Well, we would see Professor Barrows, except this is Madame Barrows in the hospital wing. And she's just cast the sort of counter jinx to deflate you, and you just sort of let out the breath that you sort of had absorbed into your balloon-like body after Scorpius Malfoy cast it on you. And she says, better.
Thank you very much, Madame Paris.
You
You should be careful not to insult your betters again. You could avoid such things like this.
I'm learning as best I can.
Good.
It's at that moment that Lillian and Cornelia sort of make their way into the hospital wing.
Oh my god.
And what
There's a
have we
Ravenclaw boy
here?
here. I can't believe I'm in the same place all the Ravenclaws go.
Okay, take it.
Madam?
Our hair, eyebrow hair specifically is gone, and also, I'm just gonna like pull her cloak back off her head. Cornelia's here.
Oh my.
Please help. You know it's a horrible thing for a young girl to experience, and please.
So, Madame Barrows sort of pushes you out of the way, Alexander, as Lillian and Cornelia start to take priority.
We'll get you fixed up very quickly, girls.
Thank you so much.
Perhaps some
Thank you.
hair we grow.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Honestly, I couldn't think of facing the rest of the world like this, and you know, it is so important to represent our Lord properly.
Should I stay here or should I?
What is that?
Oh, did you hear something?
No.
Should I stay here, Madam Barrows, or head back to our dormitory?
Either or, it doesn't matter. But if you stay, make sure you stay out of the way.
Excuse me, we're in an emergency right now.
You'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just hop up into a bed because I think about going back, but then I think of Dementors and it's dark and no.
Yeah. There are some half elves or house elves that are sort of I guess they've been given the bare minimum of care after the potions class today, and you can see they're not really like in the bed. They just kind of like are sitting against the wall off to the side. They look like I think they look like fairly woozy, and you know they're really weak looking. But yeah, they're just kind of hunched over like in the corner.
Do I see the one that my potion was tested on?
Oh yeah.
I try and make eye contact. I just look over.
Yeah, I think it probably saw you come in and you were making like a big to use the pun, but a big scene. And it probably like tries, it like recoils like as it sees you.
I just try and mouth, I'm sorry.
Convince. And I'm gonna say you have a -2 going into this.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. The elf just kind of like recoils, like as you sort of, and it raises its hands up.
No, I just roll over into bed and face away. I can't look. It hurts too much.
You can hear like Cornelia and Lillian sort of like getting tended to, and they drink up this horrible tasting, probably tastes like that wet drain hair bean that that Maisie had in the other timeline. It's disgusting. The hair we grow. Yeah. And there's this period of like really intense, like, I think there's like that hairball sensation, like where you're coughing up a hairball. You know?
Oh,
Just breathe through it. Just breathe through it.
And all of a sudden, like, your hair starts to grow like really long for a second, and then sort of almost like as if it gets rubber banded back, it's sort of bloop.
Are they normal?
Well, they probably do need to be pruned a little bit, dear, but you should be fine.
Has the cat got your tongue? Was it the hairball? Cornelia, was it the hairball in your throat? I can hardly hear you.
We're back in business, Lillian.
We really are.
Yes, we are.
Fantastic. And your
You look
fangs
phenomenal.
gone, like they never even happened.
Yes. Well, we've all learned a very valuable lesson today.
Yes, we
And
will
now
only
let's
let
go
our parents
teach-
buy us the best haircuts.
Yes. And now let's go teach some other people new lessons.
Fine,
Are
just be
you-
careful.
Yes, thank you
Of course,
very, very much. Good luck
Thank you.
here
Of course, girls.
with the,
Thank you.
you know. Bye-bye.
I have to mend these house elves for use in other classes. You
Oh, it's
understand?
really a shame you have to do so much work for so little.
It really is.
I hop off of my bed and leave the hospital wing.
Okay. Yeah, you
Well-
sort of brush past Lillian and Cornelia.
It's gonna give him a...
Shall we?
Yes, let's wait until he's, like, ahead of us so we don't have to, you know, waft in it, the smell.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Just gonna twirl my hair all the way back, and you think just stroke my eyebrows.
It does, honestly, it's so nice to have them.
It's almost like waxing your eyebrows and then letting them grow anew. I bet it's actually really good for our skin.
Oh, yes. I bet it's like getting a facial. But facial still exists. Yes.
Oh, and my mom gets them with unicorn blood sometimes. Maybe it's a bit like that.
Really? Oh,
Mm.
yes. I think so too. There has to be something very good in the hair regrow.
Oh, yes. Does your hair feel softer?
Yes, yes, it does. New, fresh.
Almost like magic.
You hear them sort of like tittering off, you know, these hilarious compliments on each other, Alexander. And you're walking back to your dormitory. It's at that point that you start to see someone walking up the stairs opposite you. It is the headmistress, Dolores Umbridge.
I keep my eyes down and step aside.
And what are you doing out this late?
I've been dismissed from the hospital wing. I'm returning to...
Have you? Show me your note.
I wasn't given a note. Madam
Come
had
with
to
me.
See to some other...
She
Okay.
she just grabs you by like the scruff of your, you know, your clothing there and starts to haul you back up to the hospital wing. And she says,
Madam Barrows, I had a student, this Ravenclaw here, that claims they were in the hospital wing, but they did not receive a note. Yes, Headmistress Umbridge, I suppose he was here. Why wasn't he given a note? You understand it is protocol after all. Yes. An oversight. One that you should be very aware of in the future. Of course, Headmistress. Very well. Give him his note.
And she sort of twirls her wand, and you see the writ of paper start to flutter about and make its way into your hand.
Thank you.
Now be on
Madam
your
Baron.
way.
Yes, Headmistress.
If I catch you out at night without a note again, you'll be doing far worse than lines.
I understand, Headmistress. I'm sorry for causing
I
trouble.
was told of your malfeasance during potions class, Mr. Pinescrew.
I have learned my lesson, Headmistress.
I can see that. Now, hurry back to your dormitory.
Yes, Headmistress. Turn and walk quickly.
We end the scene. The camera kind of like iris is closed on Alex. And I think we follow Alex into the morning. Do you sleep well, Alex?
No, not at all. My anxiety's so high. I'm just going over everything and how it could go wrong and what it could mean and
Tough it out for me, please.
Do I still have my injured condition, or was that cured in the hospital?
It would have
room?
been cured in the hospital.
Okay, good. That makes this a slightly less terrible roll. Oh, 7.
Choose 2 from the list there on the 7 to 9 list.
Okay, I think I take a condition, and it's probably the upset condition. And I think I probably lose something important. I think I'd planned to keep hold of the note as a kind of bargaining chip if, you know, people ask what we were doing around, and I try to find it in the morning and it's just gone.
So I think instead of you trying to find it in the morning, you put it in your pocket. You probably just put the note in your pocket. When you go to reach into the pocket, the paper has sort of not been put through a shredder, but it's kind of like almost as if it's been burned and there are just ashes left. You take out like a handful of ashes from your pocket. They enchant the notes so that they don't last forever, you know, like when so you can just go wandering through the schools.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. As soon as it's reasonably morning time, I guess I'm, dressed, and I'll head to the common room and just.
You're probably the first one awake.
Yeah. And I mean, as soon as we're allowed to be out, I'll head, down to breakfast as early as possible as well. Just I need to be moving a bit, so I'm walking around circles in the common room until it's time enough that I can leave, and then I head straight down to the Great Hall for breakfast, and maybe to meet up with Olive and Scorpius.
Okay. You're probably one of the first people down for breakfast as well. People start to trickle in, but it's going to be a while, I think, before everybody starts coming down to the Great Hall. So you're there probably for a good amount of time. Like, people start trickling in. You probably are hit by like a few joke spells, like a few jinxes and things, like just for being so early and like sitting there and people seeing you like alone at the Ravenclaw, Gryffindor, and Hufflepuff table. It's a 3-to-1 ratio at the least, right? So it's like 3 full Slytherin tables, and then like 1 table for all Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. You're hit by like a few jinxes and stuff. There's like fart noises and, you know, all kinds of stuff being cast on you. This is the usual though for you, right?
Yeah, I just try to be as stoic as I can and deal with that. Even though I am upset, that's just sort of my default, really. So,
okay.
I focus on the possibility that I can make things better.
All right. I would like you to make a roll for me. Show courage. And I'm going to say you have a +1 on this because this happens to you a lot. I'm going to say this is generally for bullies.
An 8.
Okay. You stand strong, but it still bothers you. Choose one from the list there on show courage.
Yeah, I think I'm terrified, and everyone knows it. Like, people just know that's it's part of the fun of messing with me, is seeing it upset me and bother me. So
yeah. So as people start to funnel in to the Great Hall for food, the rest of you, go ahead and roll me a 2d6. Okay. So Lillian, you're the first to make it down. I guess the next to make it down, I should say. Followed by Maisie, and then Cornelia, and then Olive. You see Alexander there, Lillian.
I think she sees him and just, I think she's early because she wants everybody to see that her eyebrows are back and that she's beautiful again. So she's like, and like walks towards his table and then like turns and walks towards her own table. Just like really show off her fancy eyebrows. Mm-hmm. But also because she's like...
You see me tense up as you get closer and...
Just waddles over to her table and like sits down.
Okay. It's not long before, Maisie, you make your way down.
I have my standard stack of little notebooks with wand, and I get into the Great Hall and do a quick scan of where the least troublesome place to sit is. And I'm going to have a look for the table where there's an end, where there aren't that many seats. I'm assuming that I've looked around and that I can't see Olive at this point.
Yeah, Olive's not there yet.
Yeah, and I'd just like to be as invisible as humanly possible. So I'd just like to go and sit on the end of a bench somewhere where no one can see me or talk to me, and I can just eat and not have anyone pay attention to me.
Sure. Be quick and quiet, please. Okay. You're trying not to be noticed. However, Cornelia, you're the next to join in the Great Hall, and you see Maisie sort of trying to look inconspicuous. Why don't you try and read between the lines for Maisie?
Okie dokie. What? Yeah.
And don't forget to roll your relationship with them. Okay.
I don't. Yes.
An 8. You don't even rate them for a relationship. Okay. So yeah, you can ask 2 questions.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry. One question.
One question. What are they planning?
I'm just trying to sit down and not have any trouble. I'm just trying to evade eyes.
You recognize. I feel like this is like your predator sense. You know, like as a bully, you could. It's like. You know, like you start picking out targets. You see like the triple like red dot for like predator to like hop onto different targets in the cafeteria. It's the bully sense.
Okay. I start to walk very confidently, and as I'm walking, I quickly tap Lillian on the shoulder and then keep walking because I know that she will give her a look, and then I go and sit down next to Maisie, across from Maisie.
Is there people in between me and them? I couldn't just like scooch towards them closer or anything.
Yeah, I would think there are. There are probably people.
Okay,
yeah.
then I'm gonna actually get up and go sit next to Cornelia.
Hello.
Hi, Matchstick.
Yes. You have such a cute laugh.
It's like the sound of glass smashing on the ground.
It's delightful. No, please more. Yes. Please do more. Yes. Oh, wow. It's lovely. What are you doing? Sitting all by yourself over here. My hair. What are you talking about? It's perfect, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the hair is back to normal.
What? What do you mean back to normal?
No. I mean, for Maisie, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, normal as in mess? No. What are you talking about? My hair is perfect, actually.
Well, and your eyebrows look spectacular today, Cornelia.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. So do yours.
Thank you.
What are you doing all here?
I'm just having a absolutely fine time on my own. Thank you very much.
You see,
I get
know.
lonely just being like alone all the time.
Yes.
I mean, if the other option is to hang around with people like you two, then no, I'm fine on my own. Thank you.
Oh my god, that's so sad. We're wonderful.
Yeah, it's true. We're great.
Yes.
Not sure.
Is it that
what's
you
more painful that you think you're wonderful, or that you actually believe that?
Why wouldn't we believe it? Huh?
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna eat.
Is it that you believe that you should be alone all the time? Is that what you believe?
Is that
I believe it's
what
the
it's
preferable
like?
option to sitting with you. Yes.
Maybe it comes from a family thing, maybe. You know, because she's alone all the time anyways. Aren't you, Matchstick?
What are you trying to say?
Just don't hear much about your family, do we?
Yeah, you know, Olive is always talking about her family and how close they are to the Malfoys. And, well, we are always talking about our family because it's important information and everyone should know. But I never get to hear about yours.
Maybe
Are
I'm
you
just
not
not
proud?
prepared to ride on my family's coattails for the rest of eternity like some people.
It's not really
so you want to
coattails,
ride
it's
on
just-
the Muggles' coattails for the rest of eternity?
Who said
Are
anything
you
about
not proud?
muggles?
Because you don't really talk about your family, and normally when people don't talk about their families, they're ashamed.
Olive, you walk in.
Yes, it's true, Lillian. That's absolutely correct. Because everyone else, and I feel it is it's a Slytherin sense. You know, the sense of familial loyalty and pride. I wonder.
I
Why
would
don't
say
you
that
have it?
it's even in our mission statement.
Yes. You know, even the Lord himself is all about it.
I'm gonna
Bonds we
sit in
have.
a completely different section of this table. Olive takes one, like she can hear the venom coming out of their mouths, and is just like, "Not today, Satan. Sitting somewhere else." So she's gonna find somewhere with other Slytherin students her age to kind of just make casual small talk, and I think the only thing noticeably different about her is that she's eating her breakfast a little faster than normal, and she's looking up and down trying to see if Scorpius is at the table as well.
No, but you see Professor Snape probably sitting down like at the teacher's table eating his breakfast.
Does he look normal?
Normal as Professor Snape gets.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna keep to myself and keep eating my breakfast then.
You can read between the lines if you want to try and figure out if something's going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to read between the lines.
He's very hard to read in general. You got a -1 going into this.
Okay.
An 8. All right. You can choose one from the list there.
Ooh, this one's tough. I would say, how can I get him to trust me?
Yeah, so Professor Snape really hates suck-ups, and he really simultaneously hates people that are, I guess, that disregard his class, or you have to be very studious and not self-righteous and overzealous.
Okay.
It's kind of the only way that he regards anyone as somewhat trustworthy.
Okay. Cool.
Extremely suspicious person in general. But you finish up your food rather quickly. You can see that Scorpius made an appearance for breakfast, but it was quick. Like, he grabbed some fruit or something, and maybe, like, he just talked enough to the sycophants to get them off his back, but kind of, like, left very quickly.
Okay. I would like to leave as well then, if I see him leaving.
Alexander, Maisie, both of you can make me a notice something roll. Okay. I think normally I'd have you choose something from the list there. I will say that you either get to notice Scorpius or Olive. Which do you notice? Each of you.
Olive for me.
Yeah, I think Olive's easier. Yeah, because she was hanging around for a bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I noticed Olive as well.
So you can probably see Olive leaving the Great Hall.
Yeah, I hop
Is
up
it?
and head out as well. I try to stay close to the walls, away from the tables as much as possible, and kind of go around the perimeter and out rather than cutting through the middle.
Is it common knowledge, Whack, that Voldemort was, or Tom Riddle was, in an orphanage?
No, definitely not. Yeah. I would think that there's very little information about Harry Potter. They just kind of call him, you know, like... I would imagine that there's, like, no information, like, on his history, like, at Hogwarts, really. He was just some student. And, like, the nicknames of... there's probably, like, nicknames of for him, like, the boy who lived and then died, you know? Something along those lines. It's a lot of teasing and stuff like that. But he's not like this giant sort of figure. He'd be like a footnote. And I think that stuff about Voldemort, it's all like, you know, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's all gone through like the God, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm having a senior moment. Where they're basically just it's all positive stuff, you know. It's all propaganda. There we go. Thank you. Propaganda. Undesirable number 1 and 2 are Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley.
Well, I don't know. I just maybe. I just want to make my own name, okay? And I think with that very poor attempt, I'm gonna get up and try and make my way out to follow Olive.
Okay.
I would like to notice something.
Sure.
I would like to notice where all of these folks are going.
Yeah, be your relationship with any one of them. You choose one.
Can I only do it if I have a relationship with one of them?
No, you can do it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Who are you specific? Maisie's the closest to you, so I would
I'm
assume
gonna
it'd be
watch
Maisie.
Maisie, and I'm gonna see where she's going.
Oh yeah. You set your predator laser beams right on Maisie, and you can see her like leave the cafeteria. I think that you can see that she's obviously following someone. It looked like Olive.
Lillian, do you want to have a bit of fun?
Would I ever say no to that?
Oh, that's why I love you. Follow me.
Oh, okay, all right.
And that's a good time for us to take our break.
I just wanted to poke fun at you for your hair. Just a little tiny, just one like little cowlick out of place. I just wanted to laugh at you.
Sorry, our hair's perfect now.
Yeah.
So,
It was apparently so important that we received medical attention for it immediately.
Yeah, and it was more
Priority.
important than Alex.
than
More
Alex's
important than-
actual wounds.
More important than Alex and the
And
house
all the
elves
house
that
elves.
were just like horrifically treated in the corner.
So horrible.
It's terrible. Yeah, so we're going to take a little bit of a break here and just get a few minutes to let people catch their breath, use the bathroom, etc. If you have not done so, please make sure you follow all of these lovely people. Give them a follow. Followers are free. Go make it happen. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW. If you would like to give them a follow, you can click on all their links, give them a follow. And if you have yourself a Twitch Prime or an Amazon Prime that you haven't used yet, link them up. Go sub to one of these people and get yourself some emotes. Go support them. They're great role players. They're great people. Go give them some love and support. If you want to help support Table Story in a non-monetary way, you can follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/tablestory, and also Table Story on YouTube. And if you'd like to help support us in a monetary way, you can head on over to our Patreon at tablestory.tv/pledge. We've got MP3 versions of the shows that we do. We've got podcasts, which I have to... We just did the April one that I have to just clean up and upload. But that one we did. We've got artwork. Murgles is a fantastic artist, and Murgles did a bunch of artwork for this show, and Facade as well. A lot of great stuff up there. We've got lore from our shows. Go check it out. And we'll catch you in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more Voldemort and Valour. And remember, if you hear Voldemort or for Voldemort and Valour, I want you to type it in the chat as well. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Table Stories Voldemort and Valour. Welcome back. We return as Olive is following Scorpius Malfoy out of the Great Hall. And let's see, Alexander, I would like you to make a quick and quiet roll as well.
Okay.
This will be in relation to Olive.
Yay! That actually helps. Apparently not.
Okay. So, Alexander, you and Maisie basically bump into each other in the hallway as you are following Scorpius Malfoy.
I'm sorry. I should have been looking where I was going more carefully and mean to bump into you.
Maisie?
Maybe you should just look where you're going.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What are you doing so quickly running through here anyway? It's kind of suspicious, don't you think?
I was trying to make sure I was on time for class and the professor didn't get me into trouble.
And which class would that be?
Dark arts, I think today. I was rushing to go check because I forget a lot because I'm not very smart. I'm in Ravenclaw.
You're in Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
Were you looking for a friend? Were you looking for somebody that you knew?
No, my class schedule, I left it.
That you spoke to yesterday?
What?
Try and read between the lines, Alexander? Whatever your relationship is with Maisie, you probably don't have one.
But I am upset, so yeah. I wasn't talking to anyone. I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't speak to anybody the whole day yesterday?
Only when spoken to.
Can I try and read between the lines? Is read between the lines going to be the right thing for me to do here?
Yeah, depends on what you're trying to do.
Can always do more than one thing.
Yeah, I think I need to read between the lines.
Okay. Oh. This can't be the person that Olive was talking about.
Well, you should just go on your way then. I'm guessing you're going back to the Ravenclaw common room to check your schedule.
I think I may have left it somewhere else. Actually, I'm heading.
Left it where?
This way. I point the direction that Olive went. So I'm just gonna.
That's a very specific way.
I don't want trouble. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. I'm sorry. Can I go, or do you need something?
Well, actually, I'm late now. I need to go and find my friend.
Olive headed through the quad.
So I'm just gonna go, okay? And I think I'm just gonna try and run off to go and find Olive. So I'm guessing you want to quick and quiet.
Yeah.
Is it? No.
Yeah, quick and quiet.
Is it with Olive?
It would be with Olive, yeah. Oh my god! Okay, when you get into the quad, it's very cold there.
Yeah. I headed the same direction after her. I just waited a little bit, so I'm trying to.
There are Dementors flying about the quad. You definitely saw Olive go this way. There are Dementors here now.
Are we still following them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're doing like a Scooby-Doo. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
We have a person following. It's like a chain of people following people now.
What do you do? There's Dementors in the front. Alexander back there where you left him.
I'm gonna turn around and see how close Alex is.
You notice something. Oh yeah. So you can ask me 2 questions from the list here as you sort of like look around trying to figure out your best way to deal with the situation. Yeah.
Did it seem dangerous? But that's about Alex. It's about Alex.
Not particularly. Could be if he decides to squeal.
How do we get out of here?
A distraction for the Dementors is probably your best way.
I'm going to turn and walk towards Alex. Listen.
I wasn't following you. I was just headed this way constantly.
Look, I don't know if you're real or I mean, I don't know if that's right or not, but I need to get through there, and I think you do too. And
Dementors are.
Can we see? Do I know how close Lillian and Cornelia are?
I would like, I guess, one of you can roll, make a body roll for quick and quiet, and you can use your relationship with each other. Which one of you will do it? Cornelia, Lillian?
Quick and quiet.
I'll do it. I'm
Okay.
doing it. Am I doing it with my relationship with Olive?
With Cornelia.
Oh, I'm doing it with my relationship with
'Cause
Cornelia.
both of you are like together. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Definitely. And
And I feel like you do this kind of thing a lot where you like follow people and like figure out how to
we're
destroy them.
seasoned vets.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
That's with a +1. So
That can be worse, but it's...
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I do know.
What's happened?
Condition.
I have my body injury on. So it's still only a +2.
But we went to...
It would have been cured.
The...
It would have been cured
Yeah.
by the hair we grow.
Okay.
So
well,
yeah,
it's
that's
cured now, but it
It's
still would have
only
been
a
a
two.
+2.
it's only a 2. It's only a 2 there. Yeah. So, yeah. How badly do you screw up this following so that both Maisie and Alexander see you?
I'm thinking that while we're tiptoeing behind, I get like distracted by the fact that I have my eyebrows back and the fact that Cornelia's hair is looking so glossy. And I like go to touch her hair and remind her, like whispering, and my hand gets stuck, and then I'm like trying to pull my hand out of her hair, and then we start like hush whisper arguing.
You
And
do
then,
like you do like the thing where you're like pulling on her hair and she's like, and you're doing like a rotation, you know?
Yeah. Oh God.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God! In your hair.
Oh! I'm sorry.
Are those your friends?
My God!
No, wait. I have a plan. Okay, just follow me. Just laugh with me.
I think
okay,
we need to
just laugh,
convince. We need to convince for Alex. Alex, this is another Slytherin. They're probably all friends, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm rolling the convince to convince him.
Yeah. Convince Alex. An 8. Okay. Yeah. You can choose one from the list there.
They need proof. Listen, I think I know what's going on. And when we get to the other side, it's going to be okay, but we need to make sure that these two don't follow us, okay? They are poison. They are so poison. Just come to the other side of these dementors with me, and I can show you. I'll show you.
We can get through the dementors.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I want to.
We should go another way, because the dementor, if they kiss you, then it's like worse than being dead.
There isn't any time.
And I have. It's okay. No, I'm sorry. Never mind. Ooh.
Can we make the Dementors get them? I was gonna tell them that there was a muggle and that the Dementors were getting them, and then they would go in and look and laugh, and then maybe the Dementors would get them instead, but I don't know if I can inflict something worse than death on people, even if it's them.
Are they really that bad?
They're horrible.
They've hurt me before.
They've hurt me too.
I think if we get them to at least just go look a little bit, maybe the Dementors will move and we can get past then.
We can get through, yeah, and then we can send help back anyway, so they don't get hurt, that they don't get,
You can tell them a muggle. The Dementors are playing with a muggle.
I don't want them to die though. Will they die?
I don't know. The Dementors shouldn't. They're kind of good. They're not good. They're kind of not. They're trained or something, or I don't know. They have rules, I think.
I don't think Dementors have rules.
I think that the school has rules for the Dementors or something. They don't always just get people. They just scare them and make them go away if they're going the wrong way or something, I think.
I don't know what to do.
I just say really loudly, and we shouldn't tell them that the Dementors have a muggle.
You're right. Nobody needs to know. It's just let the muggle be in peace.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Oh my god, did you hear
I'm
that?
just gonna push past them as we walk towards to see what's happening.
No.
Excuse me,
you shouldn't
the
go in
Dementors
there,
have a muggle.
definitely.
Oh my god. Wow,
Out of the
you
way.
guys.
You definitely shouldn't go in there. There's not
Why
a
on
muggle or
earth would we
anything. There's
listen to
nothing
you?
there.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, you don't want us to
not.
think
You don't
there's a
want us to see
muggle.
anything.
Yeah, exactly. My goodness. Which you think was stupid?
So Lillian, you and Cornelia are walking into the quad?
Yes.
Yep, hand in hand, just straight towards the Dementors.
Sure. It gets really cold.
Drafty, do you see a muggle? I don't
see a muggle.
Can we see anything?
Can we notice?
You can try and notice something. One of you can roll for it, and you can roll with your relationship.
You go ahead. Roll
Okay.
notice.
With our relationship, eh?
Yeah. Oh, 13. Cornelia's changing the game. So yeah, I think you can go ahead and ask me the questions there from the Notice Something list. Absolutely.
Okay.
Before you wander into something that you probably don't want to.
Okay.
Ask me 2 questions from the Notice Something list.
Yes. Is there anyone or anything sneaking around, i.e. a muggle?
No, there's no muggles, but there's definitely Dementors here.
And does it seem dangerous?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
HE double
Lillian?
hockey sticks, yeah.
HE double hockey sticks. Lillian, there is no muggle. They tricked us, and we cannot stay. We have to run. It's very dangerous. We have to go.
All right. So can we run back in the direction where they
Yeah.
were? Okay, perfect.
I
Terminator
would like
2 run
to
back through
cast.
that way.
I would like to cast Petrificus Totalis.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna cast a.
I'm gonna
Trip
hex
Jinx.
them.
I was gonna cast a trip jinx.
on you guys too.
So, I think since Cornelia rolled so well and she noticed what was going on, you get to be the aggressor here, Cornelia. You get to cast the spell
Okay.
on Maisie.
Oh god. This is actually really twisty and dark. Murgles really doesn't want to do this, but I think Cornelia would. I would like to cast Petrificus Totalis on Maisie.
Okay. A 9. Okay, so when you cast a spell on a 7 and 9, the spell succeeds, but there are side effects. Choose 2.
Okay. The spell has diminished effect, and someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell.
Okay. So Maisie is reaching for her wand. She looks like she's getting ready to cast a spell at you, and maybe Lillian, you grab her and sort of let her know. But Cornelia's already got her wand pointed out towards Maisie, and you cast the spell.
Petrificus Totalis.
Maisie, it takes like a second for you to kind of like slow down, Maisie. Maybe Cornelia just botched like some of the wording of the incantation a little bit. So you have a second to get off a spell of your own. What do you try to cast?
A trip jinx
Go ahead.
on whoever is closest to the Dementors. I'm guessing it's Cornelia.
Which one do you think would be Lillian and Cornelia? Who would be closer to the Dementors?
I think if you're casting the spell, then you're closer to them. I'm probably closer to the Dementors. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry,
So
who's
you're
closer
casting
to
it
the
on me.
Dementors? Okay, so
She's
Lillian.
casting it on me.
Okay. So whatever your relationship is with Lillian, Maisie, you can roll that when you cast the spell.
I also have it in my spell bank.
So you get a +1 from your spell bank, and whatever your relationship is with Lillian. So you can just roll whatever your relationship is with Lillian and add a 1.
Okay. Brings it to a 0.
Oh, Lillian! The spell goes off, and you, for the second time in as many days, wham! Slam right into the ground as the tripping jinx trips you. Lillian falls behind. And
Do I see this?
I would assume so. Yeah, you saw the spell like fly past as your Petrificus Totalis went off, and you could see Maisie wand extended. Alex, what are you doing as you see all this unfurling right before you?
I'd like to undo the Petrificus Totalis.
Ooh, do you know how?
Can I do an I read about that?
Sure.
I use my house benefit to automatically succeed. I tried to look, I couldn't find one in the spell bank that specifically says that.
Let's see, the full body bind curse. General counter spell can undo it. This is a first year spell. This would be a finite incantatem.
Okay. Yeah, I cast
Or
it.
actually, I'm sorry, a second year spell. Second year.
Oh.
Second year.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
Finite Incantatum. I cast it. Magic. Does my... I read about that help at all? Forward or
I
anything?
will say you get a +1 forward for that, yeah.
Okay, good. So that just leaves me at 0 because it's a second year.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, on a 6 or lower, the spell rebounds and the caster takes a condition. For each year past the current year of the spell they attempt to add in it. So you get 2 conditions from this as you fail the spell. And you aim the wand at Maisie and try and cast the spell. But unfortunately, not so lucky.
I guess I am jinxed. And I am, I think, exhausted because I was already pretty tired from not sleeping anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Lillian, you sort of trip. Cornelia, you you see Lillian sort of like fall behind, and you see Alexander trying to help Maisie while this is going on, but you hear Lillian like fall behind. And the Dementors...
I run back to Lillian.
All right.
I run back to Lillian, and I just scream, "You filthy muggles! How dare you!" And I try to pick Lillian up.
In the quad. And the Dementors are starting to swarm towards you and Lillian. Cornelia, I would like you to try and show courage here, I think.
Okay.
This will be your relationship with Lillian.
Okay.
A 7. You stand strong, but you are still scared of this terror. Choose one from the show courage list.
I'm absolutely terrified, and everyone knows it, but at least I'm still here.
Oh yeah. What do you think that means for you? Like, what is Cornelia doing here?
I think I am holding Lillian, like I'm sort of like next to her, and I'm holding her. At first I was trying to pick her up, but now I've frozen, and I'm staring down the barrel of all of the Dementors, and just, oh my God, no, please, we're not supposed to be here. I'm sorry, please, no.
They're starting to like circle around you. One starts to like get close to you. Students in the quad.
Please.
Starts to approach you.
It's not her fault. It's just my fault. I told her to come here. It was my fault. Please, just take me. Let her go. Please.
Try to convince. You can use a relationship with Lillian, but because of the situation, I'm going to say you have a -1 from that. So
0. Yeah, I think.
I mean, just roll your relationship with Lillian, and when it asks for the modifier, do a -1.
Okay. 1 second, sorry.
The Dementors start to circle about you.
Please, please, let her go. Let her go. She has nothing to do with it. It was me. I came down here. Go, 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 go.
We
Sorry.
get up.
Lillian's,
Yeah.
Lillian's feet are like stuck together.
Oh, wait,
I'm
are
just
they
gonna
the
start
trip
dragging her.
Stick
Yeah.
them, or do they just trip me?
Well, Maisie tripped you. The trip jinx, I think, sticks your feet together.
I help her up and I kind of like put my arm under her and she's just got to like potato sack it
hop?
and I'm
potato
yeah.
sack.
And I'm running with her.
Alexander,
Trust her.
what are you doing? You see Lillian and Cornelia get sort of approached by the Dementors. Maisie's frozen there. What's going on? What are you doing? Olive is, who knows where?
I feel like Maisie's trying to help, but scared kind of like the rest of us. I don't want to leave her there. She seems like not bad. So, is there a space opened up to get past the Dementors with them moving towards?
Oh, you can try and notice something. You got a tough situation here. A 7. You can choose one from the list there.
How do we get out of here? I guess. As in, is the way out of here through there, or will I have to go back and like go around the long way? Or
Seems like you have to go back.
okay, I grab my wand and I cast Wingardium Leviosa on Maisie.
Okay, cast a spell.
A 7.
A 7. Uh-oh. Spell succeeds, but there are side effects. Choose 2.
I think the spell has diminished effect, so she doesn't lift much, like just a little bit off the ground. And I think one of the other players takes a condition from a partial misfire, probably Maisie.
I would think Maisie, yeah, definitely. By the way, Maisie, since you are, you have had Petrificus Totalis cast on you, I would say that you are currently jinxed already.
Okay.
So what other condition do you think happens? What makes the most sense here?
Either dazed or injured.
Up to you.
Maybe I lift you and you tip over and like hit the ground or something, so you're kind of floating horizontally now.
Let's go with injured then. If that happens, then I think maybe I hit the ground a little bit too hard and I hit my head, maybe.
And while I have you kind of that way, I grab you and like pull you along now that you're, floating mostly. I use both Wingardium Leviosa and I grab your cloak to pull you along and get you away from the Dementors.
Okay, so we see the 4 of you kind of like retreating.
Yeah.
We switch scenes to Olive. Olive, you made it past the Dementors. Luckily, they didn't see you. You are following Scorpius Malfoy basically across the suspension bridge. And do you say anything? Do you do anything? Do you just follow him?
Based on the layout of the castle, does it make sense that we would be going this route to go see Professor Snape?
You saw Professor Snape in the Great Hall eating breakfast.
I'll rephrase. Like, is this the direction where his offices are located? Like, to wait
It's
for
where
him?
the dark
or?
arts class is.
Okay. I'm going to. Are there many students milling about around us?
Everybody's probably in the Great Hall eating breakfast, so I would say probably not.
Okay. I will catch up to him then and say, Scorpius.
Ah!
Shh. It's me.
What are you doing? Why are you following me?
What do you mean we're going to talk to Professor Snape?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I barely slept.
Are you feeling alright?
No, I'm not feeling all right. I'm terrified. Did you see the Dementors in the quad? Why are there Dementors here?
There have been Dementors in the quad every day I've attended Hogwarts.
Don't
This is how we
understand.
live every day, Scorpius.
I don't understand how you do it. They're terrifying. You feel the warmth leached from my bones.
Some of us feel it every day.
I understand. All right. Yes, I've spoken to Professor Snape. He said to meet him in a dark arts classroom.
Did you alert him to why we wanted to meet?
No, I had told him that I required his assistance with the most recent project.
Okay, that's a great idea.
He has us wanting to practice the Cruciatus curse.
Let's go wait for him. And just in case, could I give you something to keep on you?
What? What do you mean?
I wrote something yesterday, just in case you are able to use the time turner to go back. I just thought you could maybe give it to me, or whichever me you know, if everything gets fixed.
Oh.
I don't know much about how all this works, so I didn't say anything that would unravel the fabric of time or anything like that, but just, would you do it?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Okay. And she pulls out a letter that has a wax seal on it, and it's, been sealed tight and everything, and she just says, keep it safe, would you, Scorpius?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. I don't exactly know how to even start the conversation with Professor Snape. What about the Ravenclaw boy? Did you speak with him, Alexander?
He's supposed to meet us as well. I didn't speak with him this morning, but, we all talked about it yesterday. We all knew the plan.
Right. Yes.
He might just be held up.
Right.
So, I was thinking, for preparing to talk to Professor Snape, maybe it would help if we use your knowledge of what he was like in your time, because maybe you learned something about him.
I don't think that would work very well. I don't know much about him precisely.
Oh. Okay.
He died at the Battle of Hogwarts.
Oh.
I was rather surprised to see him here.
Well, then, what I know about him is he is very strict. He doesn't normally let people in. He doesn't like suck-ups. So don't try and go that route with him, because it will not end well. And he likes students who are very serious about their work in his class. So I think if we try and remember that in the way we speak to him, there's no reason this conversation won't go beautifully.
Of course. I'll try. It's never been my strength exactly to speak with anyone, really.
Well, I'm all right at speaking. So if you get nervous or if you don't know what to say, just look at me and I'll finish the sentence for you. Okay?
All right. We should get off the suspension bridge to the classroom. I don't want any Dementors to see us.
Yes, very true. I'll follow.
And then you go to the dark arts classroom. We switch back to the other scene as we see the 4 students sort of retreating from the quad. Let's see. I'm trying to imagine. Are you all sort of like going at the same pace? We have Alexander that's, Wingardium Leviosa dragging Maisie, who's petrified, and Lillian, whose feet are sort of stuck together, and you're doing the hop walk kind of situation, and Cornelia is about. Are you moving about the same speed here?
I assume
Yes,
we're stuck at the same awkward speed.
Yeah, at the same slow speed. I actually would like to try and unjinx Maisie. I would like to undo her
Unjinx
Petrificus.
Maisie. Okay.
Yes.
This is a second year spell.
Yes.
You can try it. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, what's the negative for second year spells once again?
It'd just be
How do I
a
put this
-1, but you have whatever. Roll your relationship with Maisie, and then whatever your.
Yeah,
Then you've got
I
a
don't have
-1.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
So -1. Cast the spell -1. A 9.
Mhm.
Spell succeeds, but there are side effects. Choose 2.
Ooh. Someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell. And... Okay. Could I choose to take a condition myself?
No.
No. My wand is thrown from my hands and lands nearby.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ditch the wand.
Okay. You cast the Petrificus Totalis, or Finite Incantatum, to basically counterspell. And Maisie starts to float limply. The wand sort of gets launched from Cornelia, and sort of, skitters about. And slides along the stone floor into the shadows someplace.
Okay. You really didn't have to do that. Send us out to get killed, and then trip my friend.
I let go of Wingardium Leviosa. I lower to the ground as best I can, and sorry about the bump.
My goodness. I know that you hate us, all right? You don't need to kill us. Now let's go. Let's get out of here. I'll come back for my wand later. Stupid.
Perhaps this is what you are looking for. Professor Snape, standing at the basically the passageway back to the entrance hall from the quad, has your wand in hand. May I ask what you are doing out here?
Professor, I'm so sorry. I don't really have an answer for you. It's really all my fault.
Obviously.
It's really all my fault. I heard that there was a muggle down here. And I convinced everyone to come.
of Hogwarts.
Yes, it was obviously very stupid, and it was stupid of me to believe it, and I'm very sorry. I will take any detention that you give. Please, my friend is jinxed, and... Well, it was really awful, and I don't want to be here anymore. And I'm sorry, you can keep my wand if you believe that I did something truly wrong, which I'm sure I did.
Finite incantatum.
Yes.
And Professor Snape undoes your trip, Jinx, on your feet, Lillian.
What a turn of events. Thank you, Professor Snape. Cornelia is taking all the blame right now, but I would say I am also... Yes, I think I was also to blame is all I was saying. I assume that we're both getting detention.
Do not worry.
Not for a second, with your
Cornelia?
judgment.
Yes.
Could you please make a convince roll?
Sure thing.
I would say this is considered with everybody here, so you won't get your relationship bonus with Lillian. Because you're
Just a
kind of
quick
all
question.
together here.
Just a quick question. I believe that I have a house benefit to succeed at convince rolls, so I would like to use my house benefit today.
Oh! Using those rules like a pro. There you go. Okay. Very strange turn of events. Someone like yourself taking blame for something, Miss Hemlock. Strange indeed. You will, in fact, suffer the penalty of detention for your
Yes.
friends. Yeah.
Yes, Professor. Yes, of course.
1 week of detention
Yes, Professor.
after class.
Yes, of course.
Please make your way back to the Great Hall and only move about with prefects as is required.
Yes,
Do
sir.
I make myself clear?
Abundantly clear, sir.
All of you may go.
I want to walk really slowly behind everybody else, just hang back.
Professor Snape, I actually had I was trying to get to
Mr.
your...
Pinescrew,
Yes, Professor.
you have recently been the recipient of detention yourself. Are you seeking more? Perhaps more lines.
No, Professor. I was just trying to get to your class early. Because I need
shoot a
extra
look at him.
work.
I shoot a look at him because I feel I just took a week of detention for for him. And he's getting himself into more trouble right now.
You do not have a dark arts class until later. Actually, I'm sorry. No, you'd have it today. I would assume that you would actually have it in the morning. My fault. Yeah, because you would have it with Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, and Ravenclaw all together, probably. Slytherins have theirs on Wednesday.
Yeah, I need extra work. I've had a hard time with the spell.
Yes.
I thought I could get some practice early.
Believe you have. Very well. You may accompany me. I am on my way to the classroom now.
Thank you,
Professor-
Professor.
Professor Snape.
What is it, Miss Schuyler? Are you trying for detention?
No, sir. I just wondered if I could also come to the classroom with you.
I think try to convince him, Maisie. Oof. I think not. I will have my fill with one more troublemaker. I do not need a second.
I understand, Professor. I think I should probably make my way to the hospital wing, actually.
You're not
feeling that
looking
great.
well.
I will take her. Is that all right, Professor?
No, I'm fine, thank you. I
You
can
look
get there on
very
my own.
peaky.
Miss
actually
Hemlock
look-
will accompany you, Miss Skylar.
But I can get there on my own.
It doesn't look like you
He
can.
raises an eyebrow.
I shoot the dirtiest look that I can possibly muster at Cornelia.
A note pops into your hand. Be quick about it. The note will disintegrate in 15 minutes.
Is a note in my hand or Cornelia's hand?
I would think yours, Maisie.
Yeah.
Very well. Mr. Pinescrew, you will accompany me. And off they go.
I turn and walk, but I look at Alex over my shoulder as we go.
Yeah, I just glance back at you and give you a tiny little nod.
Yeah, same.
Lillian, I'll see you back at the room. I'll tell you everything.
Cornelia, if your parents hear about you being weak like this, think of the consequences.
Weak, Lillian?
I'm not saying you're weak, but they will say that you're weak, Cornelia.
I don't care. They weren't here.
Just be careful, that's all I'm saying.
I will.
Okay.
And I grab Maisie tightly on the arm and
I don't want her
start to walk.
I don't want her to touch me. I do not want her to touch me. Nope.
Okay.
Should we struggle?
Whose role is it?
I would feel like this would probably be Cornelia because she's the one that's trying to, help you.
Okay.
Relationship with Maisie. If you don't, I guess you
I
still,
don't
yeah,
have
you
one.
don't have one.
Well, let's see. It's gonna be bad. Oof.
Yeah. You don't even get close to Maisie. You
Okay.
like reach out to her and Maisie like shies away. Yeah.
I have my wand tightly gripped in my hand by my leg, by the way, under my robes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are we away from Professor Snape now?
Oh yeah, he's walked across. Yeah.
Now you listen here.
No, now you listen here.
No, you listen here.
How dare you tell me to
How
listen
dare
here?
you? Yes, you hurt my friend. You nearly got us killed. I would have never done that to you. Yes, I can talk all that I want. I can say whatever
I'm sorry,
I want.
You would never
it's all in
have
good
got me
fun.
killed, except you cast Petrificus Totalis on me in a room.
Yes,
of
because you were going to jinx
Dementors.
us. You threw us into a room of Dementors. Take a look at yourself before you judge me, little one. If you ever come near my friend again, I will kill you.
Did you ever wonder why? Did you ever stop to think why?
Why what? It's called loyalty. It's called family. Learn it. And then I just charge ahead.
Lillian, I feel like Lillian's like,
Yeah.
I think I'm walking because I'm trying to leave because I wasn't invited. I didn't have a pass, right? So I'm not with them. So I'm just like trying to walk away, but I'm walking backwards so I can be like, what you saying? She said she'd kill for me.
We switch back to Olive and Scorpius. Scorpius is pacing back and forth in the dark arts classroom, probably kneading his hands, looking extremely nervous.
Scorpius.
Huh?
If you looked up the word suspicious in a dictionary, it would be a picture of you doing this right now. Calm down.
I'm trying.
You're going to set Professor Snape on edge before he even gets here. Just
I think,
relax, all right?
I think go ahead and inspire
Okay.
others. Roll plus your soul, please. Your relationship with Scorpius Malfoy. The Scorpion King.
Yeah, about that. My soul's not so strong.
What's that? You mean people that stack all their stats into one attribute? Problem?
Yeah.
On a 6 or lower, you aren't convincing, and the other person takes a -2 forward to body, heart, or mind. Yeah, what were you trying to do? Were you trying to make him feel strong, perceptive, or clever?
I think I was trying to make him feel strong because I was trying to prepare
I'm not exactly
him.
helping. Surely you should be trying to calm me or something.
Okay, let's try something else, all right?
Just something else. Something else.
Yes.
Yes, anything's better than
All
your
right.
inspirational speech.
Take a seat. I will quit it with the
Albus is
inspirational
much better at
speeches.
this than you are.
Okay, thank you so much. Speaking of which, close your eyes and think of
feels
something. You sound silly. Just keep your eyes closed. Think of something from back home that makes you happy. What did you like to do? What made you smile?
Well, I suppose it was. This is going to sound silly. Being here at Hogwarts with, well, not here, but you understand where we're
Yes.
from. Just getting to spend time with Albus and studying together and spending time together. I always look forward to it. Whenever we were on vacation or away from school, I'd write letters to him.
Well,
Made me feel
Then-
safe.
I want you to picture waking up in your dormitory tomorrow, and when you head down to get breakfast, Albus is there, and you study together, and you spend the day together, and you do all your favourite things at Hogwarts with all of your other normal non-Scorpion King follower friends, and everything's lovely, and you get your favourite meal for dinner, and you get the night off of homework, and it's just a really good day. Can you picture that?
I can't seem to picture Albus. And it's at that point that Professor Snape and Alexander walk into the dark arts classroom.
Oh,
Albus is a very particular name, Mr. Malfoy. Where did you hear it?
Professor Snape, I'm sorry.
You are here to speak with me, are you not?
Yes, Professor Snape.
Why, then, am I finding a first year joining you?
we had hoped to speak with you, sir.
It concerns us both. Yes, Professor.
It appears that I have an entire delegation seeking me out today. What is it that you want? You can see Alexander kind of like peeking out.
We should.
Sir, Scorpius has something he wishes to tell you.
Get on with it, Mr. Malfoy. I have work to do, and unlike the most reputable student at Hogwarts, I don't have sycophants to do my work for me.
It concerns everyone here, sir. Sir, it concerns the present conditions here at Hogwarts.
Are you complaining again? I don't understand why you would complain to me. Perhaps Draco could directly address Headmistress Umbridge for any requests he may have.
It doesn't concern my father, sir. It concerns... frankly, sir, it concerns everyone.
Everyone.
Yes, sir.
He sort of like looks back at Olive.
So, I think what Scorpius is getting at, Professor, is, Scorpius and his friend came into the possession of a time turner, and they used it to try to save the life of a family member of someone they knew. It was a boy who, when he was attending Hogwarts, he had died as a student, and they went back to stop it.
You what?
And after they did, it turns out that boy was Cedric Diggory.
Professor Snape rushes up and grabs Scorpius by the shoulders. You have a time turner.
And it turns out that Voldemort didn't win where he's from. And Harry Potter lived.
Quiet!
And the world is different.
You
It's
will
not
be
like
silent! Petrificus totalis!
And he stuns you, Olive.
These are very dangerous words, Mr. Malfoy.
He looks towards you, Alexander.
I told him to come and speak to you about it first because I think you're maybe... I feel like you can be trusted. You're different
Trusted. What do you know of this? They are working with you, Mr. Malfoy. No, it was me, sir. I spoke of this. You spoke of this with them?
first year students. I know them, sir. I'm their friend in the other timeline. The other timeline. What have you done? I'm sorry, sir. We made a mistake. A mistake. A most egregious one. Mr. Malfoy. If these words reach the ears of anyone else in this school, you would most certainly find yourself in a much more dire position. What were you thinking? Scorpius starts crying. Oh, we weren't thinking, sir. We were just trying to save someone. Save whom? Cedric Diggory. Cedric Diggory. The Death Eater. Yes, sir. Why would you save a Death Eater? The dark mark that adorns my arm is not a mark that I am proud of anymore. There was once a time that it was the highest honor. And now I look at the past and a time when I had made different choices, and you have an opportunity to change them. You will tell me what your world was like. It's nothing like this, It's a different place. Harry Potter lived. And Albus. My friend, Harry Potter's son. His son is named after Albus Dumbledore. Yes, sir. He is my best friend. And he shares your name. Is his middle name, sir. Albus Severus Potter. Why would he? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? I don't understand. You died, sir. You died. Albus told me that you loved his grandmother. He sort of lets Scorpius go and rocks back as if he was struck. turns away.
I need to fix it again, sir. Can you help me? I can't leave things like this. Please.
I can do nothing. But perhaps I can reach out to some people that can. Takes out a galleon. And he starts to rub it. And a chime responds. Come with me. Venite incantatum. This way. There is a room. It will help. Follow me. Quickly. We do not have a lot of time. And you start to head up to a random sort of hallway in the school. And Professor Snape sort of closes his eyes and mumbles some things under his breath. And a door begins to appear. In the wall. Quickly, inside.
Yes, Professor.
In the room of requirement.
Scorpius follows, sort of wringing his hands the whole time, rubbernecking around as you follow. And you walk inside what appears to be a strange room. All about, you can see that there are targets, and there look to be some like practice dummies and things that are all about. Signs of blasts and explosions have sort of taken place in this place. Welcome to the room of requirement.
What are the requirements?
The room does what you require of it. And in this case, it is required to be a secret place. We should be getting some visitors shortly.
Is there other people in the school you can trust? You said not.
Not in the school. I will warn you, however, what you take part in is something that first years should not be a part of. You should leave now. But I will not force you.
I don't think I can leave.
We see
want
this
to
through
help.
to the end.
Yeah, even if it's a little bit, I want to help make things better, because I don't really like it here. And Scorpius says I have friends. I'd like to have friends.
Me too.
Professor Snape looks wistful. A luxury.
Can we do anything to prepare in the meantime?
I do not know if one can be prepared for this. However, I would demand something if you are to stay. Your oaths. He hands you the coin, Olive. You must swear an unbreakable vow. Have you heard of this before?
I thought that was just grown-up stuff.
It is. Do you know what it means? And what it requires?
My parents wouldn't tell me. They said that there were some things children shouldn't know.
They are correct. What
What does it
about
do?
you, Mr. Pinescrew?
Can I do an I read about that?
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't.
An unbreakable vow is an oath that you make with another witch or wizard. Breaking this vow means death. I would have you swear yourselves to secrecy if you are to remain.
Okay, I swear.
Do you
keep it
understand what this means?
If we tell someone we die, yes.
Are you prepared?
Yeah. I want it to be better, even if it's for a different me.
Very
I
well.
won't remember. I won't remember this, will I, when it's better?
Give me your hand. Hold your wand. We will draw a tether. And he starts to draw a tether around his own arm. And you start to see a magical line begin to form around his arm, up his hand. First, you, Miss Everglade.
All right, what do I say?
You must make an oath that you will keep the events of today a secret.
I, Olive Everglade, solemnly swear to keep the events of today a secret.
Tether yourself. You should feel a pressure. And as this is said, you can feel the tether start to tie itself around your forearm and tighten around your hand. And there's almost a burning feeling as you grasp hands with Professor Snape. The coin pressed firmly in your hand as well. There's a cooling sensation where the coin is. Our vow is complete. And you, Mr. Pinescrew.
I'm ready. I, Alexander Pinescrew, swear to keep the events of today a secret.
Cast the spell. And the tether connects. You can also feel the coin cold in your hand. The coin is a remainder from ages past. Scorpius.
An unbreakable vow.
You have already committed acts that very well could mean your death, and you are scared of an unbreakable vow. Put the coin in your hand, Mr. Malfoy. You ask me to do things today that would chill anyone's bones far worse than a Dementor. Surely you can make this vow if you wish to save your friend. Scorpius sort of gulps.
I solemnly swear to keep the events of today a secret from anyone from this place.
Very well. The requirements have been made. Professor Snape extends his hand back, motioning for the coin from Scorpius, and Scorpius hands it over. He starts to rub the coin again. And the chimes start to go off. You can hear this, like, sort of strange sound happening nearby, and then a strange sound happens. There's a portrait nearby of a younger woman. It looks like something's moving inside of it.
Can we see what it is?
Two people. Figures. Starting to make their way. It looks like they're getting larger. They're walking through some kind of tunnel behind this girl.
I'm ready.
What's that?
And the portrait swings open. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
I knew it would happen, and I'm still mad.
No! What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm so mad.
What did we do to deserve this one?
Don't make me pull angry Cornelia back out.
Oh, please, yeah, she's terrifying. Look at chat. For those listening on the podcast, chat is going, whack. No, you monster. Whack, master of suspense, Cliff. Whack,
I
you
hate
me.
you.
Look at their faces. Why do you do this?
Utterly
Headmaster
furious.
Doom confirmed.
We're over time. What do you want me to do?
Hate you.
What am I supposed to do? We're over time. We're over
Our
time.
fault. If we hadn't spent so much time cutting each other's bangs, we would have known.
I know.
I would have made it so that we elongated the process so that we were still here, and I know it.
Chat is going absolutely ballistic.
It's actually
1 million
offensive.
channel points, or
Yeah. PB would never do this to us.
Yes, she would. 100%.
Yeah, she would do it so much worse, actually.
100%. I hate you with the burning
BB's
intensity of a million suns. Wow.
BB's entire series is a cliffhanger. Just every minute of it. Oh my
So,
god.
Yeah.
chat's so mad.
Good session, everybody. Good session. That went really fast today.
Yeah.
Really, really
Wow.
fast. But yeah. I think we got one more session left in this arc here. Got one more session. And to be fair, a lot of this happened because of the rolls that happened today, which were insane. So many failures and weird successes at very inopportune times really are what caused this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
So you're saying blame Margles. Got it.
What? What? How is that
I
the
seem
ultimate?
I seem to remember you and Maisie also rolling horrifically.
I seem to
Yeah.
remember Alex instigating the whole Dementor scene, so...
Yeah.
I've gone through 2 sets of experience, by the way. I've experienced once, and I'm 1 star off doing it again. That's how many times I've failed today.
Yeah. Great session. That was great. So let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs and everything. And we have relationships and stuff to do. If you haven't done so and you'd like to follow along with us for these sessions, head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW. We can download the rules for free. I made the game. It's totally free. You can just play it and let us know how you like it. You can join us on the Discord, tablestory.tv/Discord. Go join us and hang out in our Discord. We've got great groups of people in there that are very like-minded with their love for role-playing games, and it's an extremely active Discord. I think we've got the most active Discord ever. So come hang out and join us for that stuff. There's a looking for group channel. There's all kinds of great stuff. But let's go around the room. Let's do our shout-outs and relationship stuff. Zagonicus, could you start us off, please?
Yeah. I think Maisie gets my +1. Like, I'm not sure what happened, but something happened and it seemed positive. Like it's. I felt like she was trying to get me to trust her, so I started moving towards trusting her because it didn't seem insidious. So, +1 to Maisie. But hey everyone, I'm Scorpius. You can find me in all the internet places at Scorpius on all of them. And May begins on Friday. And last year I did an everyday in May challenge. Last year I did cycling. I cycled over 1,000 kilometers across the month, and one of the days I did over 100 kilometers, and it was insane. And I'm not doing that this year. This year I'm going to be learning a language. That's what I'm going to be working on in May. But on my stream we're going to be talking about it. Some other people are getting involved, and I encourage you to get involved. So if you need ideas or encouragement or whatever, come hang out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Zgodicus, and you can figure out what you're going to do for every day in May. Some small thing that makes you better or happier or whatever, and yeah, figure it out. And yeah, I can't wait for next week to see what happens and find out how those people were that whacked cliffhanger. Just to remind you that Whack did a brutal cliffhanger to you all. Okay? Just to rile you up some more. Thanks.
Thank you, buddy. Nega Oryx.
Hi, I'm Nega Oryx. Hello. Hi, that's me. I'm going to be giving my +1 to Alex this week because at 11 years old to be making an unbreakable vow is such a horrific situation to be placed into that I can't even imagine. And the fact that they both did it together, I think is like a huge, huge trust and bonding thing. So he definitely gets my +1. Holy moly, that was an episode. On a different note, hi, I'm Nega Oryx. If you don't know me, I'm a full-time variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm live Wednesday through Saturday playing Animal Crossing and Dead by Daylight, pretty much because those two games go together very well. Tonight I will be on Saving Throw Show with another tabletop RPG adventure. It's a pirates show where I play a Void Tiefling Rogue. It's a lot of fun. It's called Pirates of Salt Bay, so come check that out as well. And then I'm very pleased to say I have no big events to promote coming up because I've decided to chill the heck out and start saying no to things and actually have some downtime in my life. So yay! I'm very excited for that. Yay! I will be much more energetic in future shows because I'm gonna have some free time.
Is gonna be Negs on the couch just surrounded by snacks.
Yeah,
that would be.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
Oh yeah. Oh, I ordered an inflatable kiddie pool the other day because it started getting hot in LA. And I'm getting a slip and slide, and I have an inflatable unicorn that spouts water out of its horn. So I'm making a backyard water park on a budget.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's my version of on the couch with snacks.
A+ for effort. That's way more calories burned. Thank you. Murgles?
Hi. That episode was absolutely madness. I don't really know what to say. Emotional. Thank you. You broke my tiny little baby nerd heart. I'm Murgles. You can find me on Twitch. I do stuff.
Animation.
That's basically it. And yeah, I do animation stuff. Yep. And a stream. So thank you for this. This episode was amazing. I'm eternally grateful for being on this show. So thank you so much.
I'm eternally grateful to have you on the show and the whole cast. You guys are all fantastic. Thank you.
I'm grateful for now. You know, like maybe indefinitely.
What?
I'll go with that rather than eternally grateful, you know.
Oh. Does that mean, wait,
Way
are
to
you
get
saying because then I'm
existential.
not eternal? Listen,
Thank you, Zagodicus.
I don't know.
Luxie.
Did you give out your point, Mergs?
Oh yeah, we need the point.
Maisie gets my -1.
Did not.
I mean, I could explain why,
Saves her
but
ass
if you were
and
here to
still
watch
gives
it.
her a -1. Really on brand there.
Yeah, of course.
I would really like to hear I'd like to hear it. Tell me.
You'd like to hear the reason?
Yeah.
Yeah,
do it.
definitely.
Okay, the reason why Cornelia gives Maisie her -1 is that in Cornelia's weird, twisty brain, where you can say whatever you want and treat people however you want, but you still don't betray them to that level. She felt super betrayed, and her friend was in danger, and she wouldn't she would never want to hurt, like actually kill a fellow Slytherin, but that moment brought her to a moment where she was like, not all Slytherins are the same, and I can't trust everyone. And even if, you know, we had animosity, she really does sort of believe that no matter how much animosity you have, because you're Slytherins, you would still look out for each other. Do you know what I mean? And so the fact that happened,
That's a very interesting point for her to reach. Hey.
yeah. So now she's like, okay, cool. You want to play this game? Everything's off the table. Death!
Thank you, Merkles.
11-year-old murder!
Luxie.
Hello, I'm Luxie Games. Also, my tongue's blue from a spell normally. I meant to say naturally, not normally. That didn't make any sense. Anyways, what's up? Hi, I play video games on the internet. I'm crushing this. I'm currently playing Animal Crossing. I played a little of a survival game the other day, but mostly, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's Animal Crossing. And if you're interested, I'll be playing it later. Tomorrow, I'll be on the front page hosting for 1,000 Dreams, which is a charity foundation that supports women's dreams. And I'm gonna be interviewing one of my really good friends, Jess Goat, who is an esports trainer, but used to be a competitive esports player. So if you like esports... Jess Goat.
Jess Goat?
She did, goat, like gamer, like not a real goat, like the animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time, I guess.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
All right. Just checking, old man. Sorry, we called Whack Old today earlier.
So did.
This is really bad. But yeah, she's incredible. She actually ran up to me at TwitchCon and was like, I love you and your girlfriend. And now we're just all friends. I have a whole gay group chat. So anyways, I do that thing. And if you would like to come hang out, that'd be great. And also, I'm giving my +1 to Cornelia for saving my butt. Even if I'm confused at her reasoning, she did threaten to kill for me, which felt honestly kind of romantic for our friendship. So that's it. Thank you.
Is it the natural course? I don't know.
Thank you. Colo?
Hello, I'm Colo. So I think it has to be a +1, but it's a real tricky one this week because I feel very similar to Alexander in terms that even though there wasn't kind of anything solid there between Maisie and Alexander, there was something that kind of has the seeds of hope to start some kind of connection. But also there was this big connection with Olive in Olive's dorm where there was this absolute complete trust, and that's not really something that Maisie's experienced before. Like she doesn't have anybody. She doesn't have any family. Like nobody likes her. She's not had that real solid trust thing going on. So it's a real tough one, but I think based on her backstory and based on her that she's just not experienced this before, I think it has to go to Olive. So the +1 is going to Olive, but that's not an ignoring of Alexander because I'd like to give both +1s. Hi, I'm Golo. I played Maisie Skylar for you today, and my heart, you broke it and then you put it back together, Whack, and then you broke it again with that down cliffhanger, damn you. But it was excellent. Thank you for doing this and making this whole system. It's marvelous and have a lovely time.
Some chocolate?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, it's peppermint.
Love.
It is peppermint, yeah.
Oh, disgusting.
It is chocolate love.
Disgusting.
What do I say? Hi, I'm Colo. I play games on the internet. You can find me everywhere under the tag Hello, it's Colo. That's all one word. At the minute, I'm playing a lot of Astroneer. And we're also playing a game called Jazz Punk within the next week, which is apparently a very inappropriate and hilarious, ridiculous humor situation. I don't know. Anyway, apparently it's a 2-hour playthrough, so it will take me about 5 hours in one stream. So I think we can nail it in one stream. So we're going to be doing that at some point as well. I'm also partway through a Portal 2 co-op with my buddy Psyche. We started that last Thursday, and basically we just howled with laughter for 4 hours. So we're going to beat that again this Thursday daytime, which isn't a normal stream time for me, so that'll be 2 p.m. BST, but my usual stream time is 6:30 p.m. BST. So if you fancy having a giggle and laughing and talking about potatoes, then I'm your girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Colo. I have been your Headmaster of Doom. I am Wax Steven. Thank you, everybody. I believe I've successfully dragged everybody kicking and screaming through the adventure today. So thank you so much for joining us, chat. Much love to you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Thank you for the cliffhanger pain in the chat. It gives me strength. That's actually what fuels me. It's fantastic.
Wag lives on 100% intravenous Schadenfreude.
Yes.
Like just entirely.
Just mainline it. That was good. I'm glad that doing this little alternate timeline thing has sort of got you guys going here. We are coming up on the end of the first year. So we'll see what happens then and how that's going to be done. But thank you so much to Colo. Thank you, Luxie. Thank you, Murgles. Thank you, Nega Oryx. Thank you, Zagonicus, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. You're really great, and I wouldn't trade you for anybody. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully we'll see you all on tomorrow on this channel, as we have Gone. Pumpkinberry runs a surreal thriller, and it's fantastic. Hopefully we get to you come by and watch that. If you haven't seen it before, you should definitely check it out. It's a fantastic show, and PB's done some amazing work, and the cast is great. It's good stuff. We do good stuff here on Table Story. So hopefully you follow us and hang out more often. We'll catch you next time. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.